welcome to Kat's Beauty Vlog, and this video is gonna be the start of our pageant makeup series. So in joining pageants, there will be a lot of activities that you will go through. The very first activity that you must attend is of course the screening day or the audition day, followed by the photo shoot, and of course the courtesy calls that you will be having, and events that you will of course attend as a candidate. On top of that, of course, one of the crucial events in joining pageants is the pre-pageant, whereas you have your talent competition. And lastly, the most crucial part of the event is of course the grand coronation. So in this pageant series, I am going to cover all of the makeup looks that you can wear on those events. So for today's video, I will be teaching you what is the appropriate makeup that you must wear on your screening or audition day.
Okay, so I already got my lenses on. The next thing is to make sure that my face is well prepped and primed. Priming is very important on screening days because screening days usually involves a lot of waiting, so you must make sure that you still look at your very best. Next is of course to make sure that I have already covered up all of my impurities with this Natural Actor concealer and my foundation brush. It doesn't have to be neat as long as you make sure that you have covered all of the highlights of your face. Next is to draw our eyebrows. Drawing your eyebrows is very simple. You just have to trace the under part of your brows, and you must make sure that you started on the right points. And then after that, just trace the upper part of your brow. Make sure that everything is well blended and the middle part is well filled up. Just brush off the excess product. And to make sure that your eyebrow strands are in place, just use any eyebrow gel that you have. And then, to make our eyebrows more neat and on fleek, just get a flat brush, just like what I am using right now. Dip it into concealer and just trace the outer part of your eyebrow. This technique is also good in making sure that you did not overdraw your eyebrows. So just blend the concealer. And then let's move on to preparing our eyelids for our eyeshadow. Okay, so now I'm going to get this thin brush that I have and dip it on to this lighter shade of brown and just carefully trace my crease. And then after that, I get my blending brush and just carefully blend the product that I have in my eye right now. So this has been one of the techniques that I am usually doing whenever I'm doing my eyeshadow. So I think this the brush that I have used a while ago is a lipstick brush, but then I improvised by using it as a eyeshadow brush to help me put the eyeshadow more accurately. And then to top it off, I will intensify my eyeshadow with a darker shade of brown. So just like my strategy, as always, I always start with a lighter shade of color to make sure that I can measure up the pigments that I have in my eyes. As you can see, the lip brush really helps in putting on lines. And then, just like a while ago, just blend the product that you have put on. So on screening days, light makeup is much more preferred because of course it is very important that the organizers can still see your natural beauty. So hard makeups, you must reserve that for the talent competition or for the grand coronation. Okay, so let's now move on in doing our liquid eyeliner. Again, I am using my all-time favorite by Nichido. So creating your cat eye is very simple. Just create a slanted triangle on the end point of your eyes, fill in the middle, and of course connect the triangle with a line towards the inner corner of your eye. So when doing your eyeliner, make sure that the inner corner is lined very thinly. So let's now move on to curling our lashes. Curling our lashes helps us to have a fuller lashes when we put on our mascara. Beautiful and dramatic eyes can give you a very big advantage when it comes to auditions like this. So make sure that you have a beautiful eyes on that day. So now let's move on to coating my lashes with this mascara that I got from Benefit. So putting on mascara helps us to make our fake lashes that we'll be putting on later be sturdy during the audition, because you don't want false lashes to fall off. Because as a lot of pageant competitors know, one of the stress that we have in joining pageants is uncooperative lashes that usually falls off because of the glue. So on that day, you must make sure that you don't have any stress, you are confident with your makeup, and everything is well fixed and in place. Okay, so I'm just going to top it off with another coat of mascara and just make our eyes more dramatic by adding up a white eyeliner. So this white eyeliner will make our eyes more awake. And then to intensify our lashes on our under eye, I'm going to put on some mascara on it. On screening days, I don't usually put on heavy eyeliners like the black eyeliners. Well, it depends on what makes you beautiful or what you prefer. But as for me, I am always trying to keep it simple and light. Okay, so on top of the concealer that we have put on a while ago, I'm just going to put more concealer on my under eye to make sure that everything is well covered. And of course, to intensify the highlights of our nose, I'm going to add up more concealer. Okay, so this time, I must make sure that everything is well blended. So there you have it. In this pageant makeup, I would like to focus more on making my eyes more dramatic. So here I am using my lip brush again and just even to a darker shade of brown and use it as an eyeliner. So in interviews or in any pageant auditions, you must remember that you must always look very nice and charming, because you don't want to create a bad impression by wearing too much makeup. So that is the reason why we only engage in light makeup right here. So now I'm going to highlight the inner corners of my eyes with a gold eyeshadow that I have and move on in contouring. So the reason why I only put this amount of contours in my face is because I don't want to over contour. And using a foundation brush, I'm just going to blend my contour. Yes, we aim for a light and simple makeup here, but still it is very important for us to enhance the features that we have. So contour is still a very important part of this makeup. And to add some colors to your face, let's move on to putting on our blush. To intensify the slimming effect that the contour gives us, make sure that your blush is on the outer part of your cheeks. Now to contour our nose, let's start up with creating an open triangle on the tip of our nose, dragging it up to our eyebrows. Make sure that the brown eyeshadow is well blended and not sharp. And of course, the final touch-up for our look for today is the lipstick. So right here, the shade that I am using is just like the shade of my original lips, but giving us the effect of a better lips. So it's time to let that hair down and be confident in answering the questions. So for our final look, this is our simple and light makeup that is very much appropriate for auditions and screening days. In doing your makeup, always make sure that everything is fresh and neat, because remember that good makeup will contribute a lot to your confidence in answering the questions. Well, with regards of the questions, don't be afraid to answer. Just be yourself and be confident with who you are, and just show them what kind of personality that you have. Always remember that fear is just an illusion, and if you don't let that fear hinder you, I'm telling you, you will nail that interview and you will be accepted as a candidate. Just don't forget to pray and enjoy the moment while you were there. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. Please tune in to our pageant series. The next video that I will be doing is the makeup tutorial for your photo shoot. Goodbye and good luck!